This is a Northern Soul dance themed cake. So Northern Soul is a type of music that was popular in, I believe, the late 60s, early 70s. It looked a lot of fun. And this cake celebrates the love of Northern Soul that Noel has. It's his 60th birthday, so the family asked me to, they sent an image of a design they quite like the look of, and I've put it all into one cake for them. So on the top I've used, this is an edible image. I've just backed it onto a little bit of fondant so it's sitting proud of the cake a little bit, just gives it a little bit more depth. And then this that's sat on the top is actually what they dropped off. It's a coaster. And then all I've done is, if you see at the back, I've used, you can see me there in the oven, hello. What I've done is I've used a wooden lollipop stick and just put a thin piece of black fondant on, and then use a bit of oral icing to attach it to the back there. And then that's sort of sat up out the cake. So the cocktail stick, the lollipop sticks going through the, just made a slight slit in the edible image all the way through into the cake, so it's standing up. And then I've used some fondant cutters to cut these musical notes out. These are actually, these ones on the 60 sign, I've let them set, fully set, so that they hold themselves a bit. So the one on the 60 sign, if you can see, just they stand up off the cake a little bit. Again, just gives the cake a little bit more depth. So a little 60 sign, and then using some fondant cutters again, some tappets. I've taken the Keep the Faith part of the logo and just taken that down onto the lip of the second tier, the first tier. And then this is their famous logo, the Northern Soul Keep the Faith. So I've just, again, I've cut out some black fondant discs, let them set fully so that they sit proud of the cake again. It just gives the cake more depth, a bit more of a 3D look. And I absolutely love the black and the white together. No other colour, just the black and the white. Oh, apart from the 60, I filled that in with some silver luster dust just to make it pop. On the board, I've covered the board in fondant, and then I've used some little letter impressors and written Happy 60th Birthday Noel. Sometimes I flood fill the letters, sometimes I hand paint the letters, other times I leave them completely blank like this one. Because as it's a black and white cake, I didn't really want to flood fill them with black. I think that would have been sort of too much black. I think there's just the right amount of colour on this one, the black and the white, and I think it's quite nice sometimes when you don't paint your lettering. It just gives it a completely different effect. So there we are. This is an 8-inch base tier and a 6-inch top tier. Both Victoria sponge with vanilla, buttercream, a strawberry jam, and as usual I ganache coat mine. So it's a white chocolate ganache crumb coat and then a white chocolate ganache final coat. I use ganaching plates. I wouldn't be able to achieve straight sharp edges without them. And then I've used the panelling method on this one. I'm becoming a big fan of the panelling method now. After doing caking for 3-4 years properly now, I've only ever done the all-in-one method when covering a cake, you know, rolling a huge piece of fondant out and then putting it over the top and then smoothing it out down the sides. I mean, it works and I got quite good with it, and it was fine, but I fancied a change. I thought, I know, I'm going to try paneling, and I've done it, and I can't see me going back. Try it yourself, honestly. I mean, I did try a few times and thought, no, can't do it, but I seem to have got the knack of it now, and in my opinion, to get your sharp edges and you use a lot less fondant overall, I am favouring the panelling method. So there we are, keep the faith. Northern soul music.